Peace, this is Drill with Climb Like Consciousness. Today we're going to talk about why Dreamtime is so important and how to destroy the seed of illusion in your personal reality. Alright, now this is going to be a fun video because I'm going to talk about dreams. I'm going to talk about the things that people refuse to talk about, things that people refuse to process, things that people refuse to pay attention to, and the things that most people kind of just write off of and just think that are unimportant and not very substantial to, you know, your day-to-day life and, you know, what you have to do and what you have to get done and things you have to accomplish to, you know, be an upstanding member in society. Okay, so dream time to me is really what is the progression of your own understanding of your own reality from a basis of the individual's perception of themselves in something greater. Okay, based off of your ability to understand a reality for yourself. Okay, because as I've said in my last videos, nobody can actually understand a reality for somebody else. You know, as much as, you know, these programs have people thinking off each other and all types of ways, shortcut ways to see if somebody's valuable or if things are worth your time, or if you should pay attention to something, or if you should click on a video, or you should spend money on something, or if you should pay attention to this person, or if you should buy a house, or if you should start a relationship. You know, it's literally everything. Literally everything is based off of groupthink. Everything is based off of somebody else's opinion. Everything is based off of perception, based off of, oh, I wonder what they think. Oh, what they think is this, then I shouldn't think that. Like, that type of processing happening in your subconscious without you even thinking that that's happening, like, you have to bypass that if you want to understand dream time. Okay, that's the basis of this video. Now let's start with a fun question. Alright, if you were to see reality for as it is in a cosmic sense, if your third eye were to bing, pop open, and then you're viewing through your lens as you are illuminated as a light being in the physical, and you're able to see the types of creatures, you're able to see the types of attachments and negative energy forms plaguing the planet as based off of why things are monetarily bad, educationally unenlightened, spiritually unconscious, and you see why nobody actually pays attention to anybody, nobody actually cares for each other. Things are getting better, however, things as far as the collective is on a level of hysteria. If you were to see, you were able to see this. You're able to see the gremlins crawling around. You were able to actually see the things that are happening. Okay, and say you were able to see the attachment on you personally. You're able to feel it. You're able to understand what it is. If there was like a giant space worm on your head, and only you could perceive it, only you could understand it, only you could actually take it off of you, all right, without anybody knowing, without anybody understanding it, without anybody even realizing what the fuck it ever could be, would you do it? Or would you let it fester there and feed off your emotion and your energy field? Take a second to answer this question. So if you answered no to that question, just go ahead and click off the video. Like, I love you, I love everybody, alright, but like, if you're not willing to learn or learn how to learn, or you're not willing to wake up, then this blog, this channel, this YouTube video isn't for you, because we're just going to go deeper from here. Okay, now if you look at the way the world is, it kind of is obvious that it's being controlled by some type of unconscious forestry. Fourth dimensional controllers have actually since been controlling the timelines since the fall of the Golden Age. This is why religion, finance, education, and healthcare are all incomplete. Religion's based off control, finance, it's a slave system, education is incomplete, you don't actually get actual complete physics. And healthcare, they're banking off cancer. They're giving you incomplete remedies to actually keep you under the level of energy that is required to actually heal. Okay, they're just feeding the sickness so they can continue feeding off your pockets, off your energy, off your money. Okay, they do this through the etheric environment. Okay, they do this through the etheric vibration in the environment to keep everything incomplete, to keep everybody under the veil, to keep everybody at a low level of energy so they can continue to keep cycling this energy. And they also do this through Dreamtime. Okay, they do this in Dreamtime. And they do this so you never actually know that you're in a simulation. The way they simulate the doctrines of when they rewrite the religious texts and nobody believes it, and everybody believes that nobody actually rewrote the word of God or the finance. People who stand to make profit are actually the people who are creating the algorithms for the stock market. Like the people who create the most profit are creating the algorithms for themselves. Okay, education, same thing. Like, we create the workforce to create our companies, to create the algorithms, to create the most profit for ourselves. In healthcare, it basically gets like a drug addict scenario. Like, they're addicted to this power surge, and in order to get more of this power surge, they need to keep the people uninformed. And the only way to keep them uninformed is keep them low energy, so they are not at a high enough energy level to be able to process the type of multidimensional functioning that they are working over the masses' heads and keeping them buried in the sand. Alright, so this video is about sticking your head up out of the sand and understanding that you're in a simulation. Okay, because your dream time is also a simulation, exactly like 3D. Alright, because the fourth dimension is actually the third dimension just slowed down. It's like Dreamtime, just slowed down. The third dimension is just the fourth dimension with survival needs. Okay? So these people who run the world, you know, they shall remain nameless. We all know who they are. Alright? Everything's a business to them. Alright? Including the awareness of your own soul. So it's basically like you're going to actually find out sooner or later. You're going to wake up at a dream simulation, and then you're going to see the people actually running the simulation. Alright, this is what I'm processing, this is what happened to me. Okay, they actually use the vibration of fear as a currency. They use that as a birthright. They use that as a right to actually make their existence legal in their twisted sense of their laws and in their sense of reality. So in order for them to survive, they have to feed. They have to make incomplete healthcare systems where it's like a sick care system where they feed sickness, because their health is sickness. Their health is drug addict power surge, power lust for endless profit and global domination and completely unevenly stacked financial systems. And, you know, just fear from religious dogma. Alright, so it's basically like, you know, they'll extract life energy from you any means possible. And this goes up through the dimensions, through fourth dimension, through the sixth dimension, through the 10th dimension, through the 12th dimension. That's why it's so very important to integrate these dimensional versions of your higher self so you can pull them out of these dimensions, so you can actually rise up in vibration, so you can actually align yourself with both polarities, and then you can become complete again. And then you don't have your dimensional versions trying to slow you down from waking up and seeing what they're doing, because they're on your side. They've come back to the light. Okay, so yeah, they utilize this, and I see this in Dreamtime. Last dream I had, which is very recent, basically this last simulation that I went through. Okay, I'm a kid in a school, and I'm walking through the school hallway. All right. And then I'm like, all right, I'm in school. This is cool. All right, I want to get out of school. And I basically morph into my adult self. I'm walking out of the school, and then I'm like, yo, what is with this school? This school is shifting the hallways around me. I was like, you know, I don't like these people in this school. I don't like how the school's run. I don't learn anything. It doesn't make sense, the stuff that they teach me. So I started punching holes in the fabric of the reality of the walls. Alright, I started punching holes in the walls. I was like, fuck this school. I'm just gonna fuck shit up. I don't care. I need to get out of the school. Alright, so this is what happened. A dude in a top hat shows up. He's like, alright, you gotta go. You're messing things up. You're breaking holes in the dimensions. You gotta go. And they push me out. They're like, all right, go, out now. And I'm in the parking lot, and that's basically, once you get out of this labyrinth, you're able to actually see what is going on. Okay, once you get out of a labyrinth, that's basically utilizing you to cross you up and keep you in fear, in control your entire life. You begin to see what's going on. All right. Now, for another simulation, same thing. I'm in a corporate world. I'm in a corporate building. I'm walking around trying to get out of this corporate building, office setting, and the hallways are shifting around me. And I'm like, all right, I'm trying to get out. I walk down the steps. The steps basically turns into like a glass platform and it lowers. And I'm like jumping from platform to platform. And I finally find the door. I walk out. And then it's like a huge hamster cage for humans. You have to realize that corporate buildings are based off of physics, off the landlines, and they funnel the energy through the corporate buildings to funnel energy through all the little humans and funnel it up to their black money god. Alright, so you see this stuff in Dreamtime, and that's why it's important. Okay, these types of things built by these groups of people, their group starts with an M, you can fill in the blank, that stand to make profit off of your incomplete knowledge. Alright, so when you understand that, like, you live in a simulation that's based to waste your time, and from the day you're born, you open your eyes every morning to the day you die, is very important, because you see this in Dreamtime. Okay, so they control everything from the lower dimensions of lower vibration. I won't say lower dimensions, I'll say night dimensions. And in these dimensions, they utilize this sick energy. It's called a virus. When I see it in Dreamtime, I see it as an undead virus. I see it as the virus from Alien. Literally, Alien the movies, because nothing is taken and making up in this world. It's taken from somewhere. Everything you see in Hollywood, everything you see on TV, everything you see in any type of series, any type of drama, movie, it's based off of some reality somewhere, because there's nowhere you can make anything up from, because your imagination is an actual place. Okay, so if you ever seen the Alien movies, you know that stick virus that kills everybody in space is like a parasite. That's literally what they use to keep people under unconsciousness. Okay, so basically another dream. All right, I'm on a soccer field, and this virus is basically like tentacling around, and it's like weaving and worming, and I'm pulling it off me, and I realize that it's nothing but a plant. Alright, now back to third dimensional reality. With my third eye activated, I can actually see dark energy going from person to person. Okay, I can see this virus everywhere. It's basically just like a sick plant. Okay, and what is a plant made of? A plant is made up of a seed. Okay, so basically you just kill it. You kill it with your own eternal flame that you exist as your light body. That's it. Like, you basically sit in a flame, and then you free yourself from the disease of illusion, because this plant is the origin of all fear, illusion, confusion, and suffering on the planet. Alright, so to wake up, just fry the density off of you. Alright, now it's simple. You know, if you understand the quantum field, you understand energy forms and all types of different entities that intelligence can exist as, and it's easy. However, if you understand the nature of cosmic law, galactic law, and the law of vibration, which states that if there's a vibration in the field, that means there are other individuals who are going to feel that vibration. There are other parties, there are other entities that are going to feel that vibration if they are resonant with that vibration. Okay, meaning if they know they're feeling it, or if they don't know they're feeling it. Okay, And there's things that go on whether you know they're going on or you don't know that they're going on, whether or not they're still going on. You know, you have the healthcare system, you have the education system, you have the financial system, and you have the religious control system. All of them are controlled by the same type of people, okay? And you have these types of people who are controlling these levels of reality from distant realities, okay? Now, from these realities, it trickles down to the third dimension. Alright, and the third dimension is the fourth dimension, except lower speed with survival needs. Okay, so picture a dream sequence that you've had, and picture yourself in that dream sequence when you remember that you were dreaming. Okay, if you ever had a lucid dream, remember your lucid dream, one of your favorite lucid dreams. Like, oh, I'm dreaming, yeah, I can do anything. Alright, now, picture yourself now, right now, in the reality that you're in. Alright, it's basically the same thing, except, sure, you can do what you want in time, alright? You want to go fly, can't really do that until we solve the gravity problem to actually be able to fly with our physical bodies, because it's possible, alright? Just people levitating on mountains, like literally. There are people who know how to levitate their body, alright, with their physical vibration, okay? Now, it's just a lot harder, and it's just a lot slower, and same thing with, like, you get $1 million check, alright? You hit the lottery in the dream sequence. However, in the physical reality, it's just going to be a lot slower to actually generate that cash, that physical money to actually get to your bank account, alright? Even if you hit the lottery, you're going to be playing the lottery for a long time before you actually hit that $1 million number. Alright, it's the same thing. Like, if you get what I'm saying here, reality is reality. It's the same thing, okay? Now, all these things that are happening, it's not all bad, alright? However, you do have to look at what's happening for what's happening. I'm not going to continue to make videos just based off of, like, spiritual platitudes and only for covering what other people will cover, because that's all anybody wants to listen to and process. Alright, I'm sorry, like, if this video is more or less on the darker side. However, this stuff needs to be covered because nobody else is covering it. I don't know if they can't understand it or they just refuse to actually pay attention to what is controlling them in their dreams. Because I've ran into spiritual people with thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers in dream sequences, and they're zonked out their fucking minds. They're zonked out their minds. Their dimensional versions are running amok. Their dimensional versions are actually being controlled by their upper versions of shadow higher selves, or some turd being, some shitty being out of phase, just controlling like a little dimensional version of themselves on a puppet string. And I run into them in these simulations, and I'm like, oh, well, it kind of like makes sense. This person doesn't actually know the physics of what the hell they're talking about. However, you know, that's what people want to know. They want to know what is going on, and they want the nice sounding stuff. They want the healing sounding transmission, regardless if the information is correct or not. Okay, so, you know, I'm not sure of like what you guys are looking for. I can only give you what is most rationally beneficial for me to process and share, okay? Because this really doesn't equate to your run-of-the-mill spiritual YouTube channel. You know, I'm here to share the truth, my own personal truth. If you guys resonated, you know, continue to resonate with it, alright? And, you know, continue to push those limits, continue to push those boundaries, and continue to do what's right for you, because there really isn't any other way to actually get through this stuff without seeing for yourself and going for yourself, okay? You have to ask these questions, and you have to go into your own dream time and then process your own reality, because your dream time is your reality reflecting back to you in your own personal viewing unit, your own personal processor here, like projecting your own image out, okay? And only you can process that. Only you can actually make sense of that, and only you can actually get through and transcend that to the next level of understanding and evolution, okay? And I'm here really just to connect the dots between what I see in my physical reality and what I see in my etheric reality, and then doing that from a balanced state of coherence and rationality. Okay, it's like if you ever looked at some of the work from David Wilcock, he'll tell you. All right, he'll tell you. He said from the first Captain America movie, America's First Soldier or something. In that movie, there's this organization that infiltrates the United States government and takes over the military as a shadow military, shadow government. And Captain America and Black Widow basically go into this old abandoned World War II military silo. And what they find in there is old launch codes and old sequences and old programs. And they discover this black, dark, intelligent military program called Hydra. Surprise, it's based off a parasite. And they start this computer in this old military silo. And it's this dude who's talking to him etherically through a computer. Basically, it's a scientist who uploaded his consciousness to a computer, and he's talking to it. And the scientist is like, yeah, if you guys try to kill Hydra, 2 more heads will pop up where you cut off the head. And it's basically like the same exact thing. Like, it's the same exact thing that's going on in the actual government today. Like, thank God, like, it's coming to an end. Like, if you guys don't know what's going on with the QAnon movement, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Like you have to research stuff and you have to see what's actually going on. Like, every person is not a bad person just because the media makes powerful people look wrong or look stupid. Like, you know, it's not all what seems to be based off of the cover of a book or the title of a news story or the headline of a news program. Okay, so look for yourself, process yourself, research, and understand what type of world you're living in, and get into that reality for yourself to actually make these moves and transcend these levels. Because when you raise your vibration, nothing's going to stop you from actually seeing the truth for what it is and who you are etherically, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, because that's the most important way to live your life. Alright, so peace and love to you. If you guys would like a session, I do sessions at quantumlight.net. I do healing, intuitive coaching. I also do numerology readings. I also do soul portraits for animal totems and spirit guides, so check me out. And send me an email. And if you guys like these videos, feel free to donate, because it takes a lot of time to put them together, and I could really use some financial support, you know, if you guys feel guided to do so. So peace and love. Talk to you soon.